Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day one of the 2022 RAN Senior Women's 12s and Men's Under 19 tournament from Kingston, Jamaica. This is a fantastic week of rugby that we have set for you, kicking off here at the Yui Mona Bowl. This is going to be a great day, or a great few days of competition kicking off. We have 6 men's and 6 women's teams competing over 4 days. This is a high-performance competition that is developing athletes to go on to the next level of competition and increase rugby in our region. Kicking things off in the first game, we have Mexico, the defending champions, taking on Cayman Islands in the Under-19s competition. We've got 6 matches here today, getting the tournament underway. Had a chance to speak with RAN's general manager, Neil Brooks, shortly before the tournament kicked off. Joined now by the general manager of Rugby Americas North, Neil Brooks. Neil, talk to me about the importance of these two competitions.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. So certainly the Under-19s, as Ruben from Mexico just said, is a development tool for the senior national teams for each of the union. It's our oldest running competition, running
North, Neil Brooks. Neil, talk to me. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day one of the 2022 RAN Senior Women's 12s and Men's Under 19 competition from beautiful Kingston, Jamaica. It's going to be a hot few days here at the Yui Mona Bowl, and we are set for 4 days of exciting international rugby, Men's Under 19, Women's 12s competition. My name is Brian Kelly, excited to be bringing you play-by-play and sideline coverage. The first game kicking off in just a few minutes. We have Mexico, the defending champions, set to take on Cayman Islands, their rivals, and we are set to get underway. This is a development tournament that we are trying to raise the profile of rugby in our region and bring high-performance rugby to the next level here throughout Canada, USA, Mexico, and all of the Caribbean. I had a chance to have a quick discussion with RAN's general manager before the tournament kicked off. Okay. Neil, talk to me about the importance of these two competitions.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. So certainly the Under-19s, as Ruben from Mexico just said, is a development tool for the senior national teams for each of the union. It's our oldest running competition, running since 2003, and many of these guys you see running around on the field today of the next few years, or few weeks rather, these will be the lifeblood amongst the senior teams playing senior national 7s or 15s. As far as the women's tournament goes, this again is a pathway to Rugby World Cup for the women's. That takes place in New Zealand this year. We would love to have a Trinidad and Tobago or Mexico or a Jamaican team competing on the worldwide stage. This is a pathway from the 7-a-side, which we've just had in Bahamas. We've had 10-a-side in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Okay. And that they're all going to be on screen, correct? Okay. Okay, sounds good. Okay. We're going live in 3 minutes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you don't.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day one of the 2022 Senior Women's 12s and Men's Under 19 competition here in beautiful Kingston, Jamaica. We are at the Yui Mona Bowl, and there's a look at your forecast for today. It's going to be quite hot. That's 28 degrees and very little cover from the clouds, and we've got 31 miles per hour winds here today. So it's going to be hot and tough conditions here for these athletes. This is day one of 4 days of competition. This is the return to rugby from the COVID-19 global pandemic. The first match of the day, the defending champions from Mexico getting set to take on the Cayman Islands, their rivals. Doesn't matter if it's men's, women's, 7s or 15s. That's a great rivalry to kick things off here today. My name is Brian Kelly, excited to be bringing sideline and play-by-play coverage here on behalf of Rugby America's North and SportsMax. This is a great return to rugby for us in the region. We've got 12 of the top men's and women's teams here set to play 4 days of intense rugby. We've got under 19, a development tournament for the men's, and for the women, this is women's 12s rugby. So we're building towards 15s rugby in our region. We just played 7s in the Bahamas a couple weeks ago. Then we played 5 years of 10s. Now we're playing 12s, and we're building towards 15s women's rugby in our region. We're really excited to be here in Kingston, Jamaica for the first time in almost 20 years. And I had a chance to speak with Neil Brooks, Rugby America's North's general manager, to talk about this exciting event here this week. Neil, talk to me about the importance of these two competitions.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. So certainly the under-19s, as Ruben from Mexico just said, is a development tool for the senior national teams for each of the union. It's our oldest running competition, running since 2003, and many of these guys you see running around on the field today of the next few years, or few weeks rather, these will be the lifeblood amongst the senior teams playing senior national 7s or 15s. As far as the women's tournament goes, this again is a pathway to Rugby World Cup for the women's. That takes place in New Zealand this year. We would love to have a Trinidad and Tobago or Mexico or a Jamaican team competing on the worldwide stage. This is a pathway from the 7-a-side, which we've just had in Bahamas. We've had 10-a-side in the Caribbean. This is going up to 12s, which is more along the line of 15-a-side rugby. And then hopefully in the next 2 or 3 years, we'll have senior women's 15-a-side rugby around the Caribbean and hopefully around the world.
We are set to kick things off here today. Today is just the men's under-19 competition. The women's 12s kicks off tomorrow. Today we have Mexico taking on Cayman. As I mentioned earlier, Mexico being the defending champions, winning the tournament in 2019 in Barbados with a championship victory over USA South, who then kick off at 10 o'clock against the home side Jamaica. Following that game, we have Bermuda against Mexico at 12:30 local time, Trinidad and Tobago against USA South at 1:30. The last two matches of the day, Cayman Islands against Bermuda at 4 o'clock. And the last match of the day, the home side, Jamaica against Trinidad and Tobago. And we know there's plenty of home support here for this Jamaican side, so we'll have plenty of fans here in the crowd at the UE Mona Bowl. Sending it now to interviews with the coach and captain of both Mexico and Cayman as we get set for kickoff in just a few minutes. I'm joined now with Emilio Sanchez, the captain of Mexico's under-19 team. Emilio, your team arrived yesterday. How's everyone feeling?
Everyone's really excited. Everyone had a good night's sleep, all aging to come to play today, so it should be a good game, and we're all excited, especially me.
This is the return to rugby from COVID-19. The last 2 years, you guys have been chomping at the bit to get back on the field. Talk to me about the excitement of representing your country and competing internationally here today and this week.
Oh, this has been something plenty of us have been looking forward to, because this is almost our last year for most of us, and we all wanted to play for Mexico. Especially me, I have two older brothers, Rafael and Diego, who have played this tournament before. So I'm really excited to keep going with the legacy, and everyone's so excited, anxious to play today.
Joined now by Ruben Duque, the head coach of Mexico's under-19 team. Coach, how are you feeling? You must be incredibly excited.
Yes, very excited, because after 2 years with no rugby for the under-19s, to be here again is fantastic. To be with the boys, to see everyone here that year after year are here supporting rugby in the region. So we are very excited. We are very happy to be here again, and just looking forward to the start of the competition, of course.
You're the defending champions. You won in 2019 in Barbados. Do you feel a target on your backs?
No, really. I mean, to be here is the best reward for us. I mean, we are starting rugby again after 2 years at the international level. So to be here is just exciting, just to be here. So now we need to start again to build the kind of game we want to put on the field. So we are just starting and working step by step to become the really Mexico that we want to be. They are the future of the Mexican Rugby Union for men, 15s and 7s. So we are starting working now with them, just to supporting them to grow in the game in the region also, not just in Mexico, but to support the growth in the region.
Joined now by Alex Fox, the captain of the Cayman Islands under-19 team. Alex, your team must be incredibly excited to take the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, having lockdown and obviously not having any tournaments for the past 2.5, 3 years, I mean, we're all pretty much really excited to get back on the pitch, playing international rugby again and playing against other people.
Cayman rugby is on the rise across all the variations of the game. How exciting is it for you to wear the colors?
I mean, it's really exciting, because I came when I was 10, started playing from the age of 10, and I've been trained up by Cayman rugby pretty much. And for the size of the island that we are, we're able to compete against such bigger countries. So it's an absolute pleasure.
Ed Weston, head coach of the Cayman U19 teams. Talk to me about how you're feeling leading into this weekend.
Pretty excited to get back into the international stage with these guys. We've been working hard over the last couple of years, and we've been pretty lucky to be able to continue, for the most part, rugby on island. And yeah, just trying to give these guys as much game time on island as possible to get them prepared, and looking forward to put Cayman back on the map and show the rest of the countries here what Cayman rugby is about.
As a player for the Cayman national team, you represented your country on Hong Kong at the World Trophy and in this tournament. How important is it for you to pass that mindset on to your athletes?
It's great. You know, as you said, playing in this tournament for a number of years when I was younger, and then doing other tournaments, and being able to come back as a coach and see the guys that have trained since they were maybe 14, 15 years old, playing in the under-19s is a privilege.
It's all to play for here on day one of the 2022 RAN Senior Women's 12s and Men's Under-19 tournament. We've got 4 days of exciting international rugby here at the UE Mona Bowl. We're live in 26 countries on television through SportsMax and online every minute of the action. Don't miss it. We're just moments away from kickoff. Stay tuned.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gavin McLeavy in the beautiful Kingston, Jamaica. We are at the Huey Mona Bowl in Kingston. I'm alongside the fantastic Kelsin Figura. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Gavin, and welcome again, everyone, to Huey Mona Bowl for the first match, Mexico versus Cayman Islands. And it's going to be exciting because both teams are technically sound, and they're really going to bring the game out today.
All right, so Cayman versus Mexico. You can hear the boys getting riled up. This is the first game of this phenomenal weekend, Rugby Americas North. This is the Under-19s tournament today starting. Got plenty of games coming up today. Cayman versus Mexico to start us off. After that, we've got USA, Jamaica, Bermuda, Mexico again. Trinidad and Tobago versus USA later today, and then Cayman, Bermuda, and wrapping it up with Jamaica against Trinidad and Tobago. Stick around for a fantastic week of rugby. All of this is going to be broadcast live on SportsMax around the Caribbean, all the way up into Canada. Again, rugbyamericasnorth.com. You can get information there, and SportsMax, the local TV stations here in Jamaica and across the Caribbean, are going to be streaming this live the entire week, all the way through till Sunday with the finals.
Let's go. Let's go, refs. And again, we can see the team's going to be sprinting to come out to the pitch right now. The first match officials really just...
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. These guys coming out here. So, you know, Ruben Duque he's from Spain originally, but he's coaching the Mexico team. Had a lot of success with this team over the last few years. 2019, Mexico walked away as champions over, I believe it was USA South in the final. Cayman have been kind of had to do a redevelopment because all of their guys that were really poised to do well through 2020, 2021, they had a nice group of kids. They've all aged out. So it's sort of a fresh start for them. Okay, so we've got the captain for Mexico, Alex Fox, out there.
Oh, really?
Sorry, yeah, Alex Fox. Starting us out. That's for Cayman, excuse me. And you've got Karik Edwards out there as well. We're looking for big things from him this week. But it's going to be Mexico starting off on the left of your screen in the green shirts and white shorts.
Wait for the signal, guys.
And you got Cayman receiving the ball all in white. We're going to be underway in just a few seconds, and the official first game is underway. Mexico to kick off, going deep to start, drops into the 22, manages to hang on. Did that go forward? Yes, it did, said sir. Shaky start for Cayman, nerves, of course. Tried to get here early and shake off that nervousness early on today. Guys were warming up behind us.
Very difficult to catch because it's very windy here in the Mona Bowl here, so it's good tactic to kick it deep and hope for the mistake, and it worked out for Mexico in this time.
It really is a bowl, isn't it, in here? It's like you're surrounded by mountains. And fantastic field. They've done quite well to get it right for today's event. Solid tackle. And a nice clean through from Mexico. Lots of numbers in that ruck to start.
Use it now. Use it now.
Going to be a good battle up front with these two squads. Two smaller squads in comparison to some of the other countries in the competition. Mexico usually very organized.
And again, the player just taking his eye off the ball a little too early. Just seeing the play before it happened there. Sometimes that's a little bit of coach killer in essence.
Step up, please. There we go.
You can see the size difference there just in that front row from Cayman to Mexico. But again, Mexico usually very organized, very well drilled. So maybe we'll see where we go from here. Very low start from Mexico. That second row are really low in comparison to Cayman. Ball in. They've got the ball away, looking for a little bit of space. Tackle comes across, ball to ground. Reset themselves. Good contact there.
And we're seeing Curry just running here by the Cayman Islands team, a bit smaller than some of the other guys there, but they're really taking Mexico to task fearlessly.
Just trying to get it settled down. Cayman slowly working their way out of their half. on the 40. Ball's nice and secure, but a good counter ruck effort. Ball to the ground again. And I'm noticing Mexico every time they're attempting
No clear release.
They're attempting it every time, but it didn't work for them this time.
Well, again, Mexico trying to be a bit smart there, trying to slow down the play just to give their team time to get around and defend in numbers. As we look at the replay there, we can see the defender really not showing a clear release and right in front of the referee there.
Nice kick deep. It went into the 22. Not sure if it went through.
How many? 4? 4 in the line out. 4. Yeah.
And again, for people not joining us at this line out here, we start to play off the kickoff.
Line is yours.
In the defensive line, you can have equal numbers or less, but not more than the attacking team.
So just outside the 22, Cayman have got the throw in at the line out, reduced line out.
Yes.
Stacking up this back line. Some of the big boys in amongst there, looking to punch a hole in this Mexican defense. And there's that punch we're looking for. Good support.
Rock time! Back!
They're looking to go the short side, pick and go. Making some good yards there. Going short again. Really just trying to suck in that Mexican defense as best they can. Look like there's another one going. They're going to use their size advantage here. This is tactical, this is specific. There's 4 or 5 in a row.
Tackle, release!
Finally got to ground on that one. Tried to hold him up. And they're very close to that line. Should be inside the 5 by now. Maintaining the ball well, Cayman. Now they're looking to release it. A little dink over. Is there someone going through? That's great pickup. Did he manage to dot it down? I believe that was number 12, Robert Ayers, if my eyes are serving me correctly.
And again, great tactic there by Cayman Islands. The
referees are going to have a conversation to see if they can confirm if that was a try or not, but it was a lovely little dink over.
And that's what they think over the top there. Just great work by the Mexican defenders there.
No try. We're going back for the penalty cross here.
And no advantage gain there. Just held up. If you look at the replay there, great work by Mexican number 12 there to really just hold the ball up over the line there. But again, great tactics by the Cayman Islands teams coming out here roaring in the first half.
Not a bad start. Now they could, I mean, Mexico, everyone's expecting Mexico to do well in this competition, but Cayman really doing quite well in the first few minutes and maybe putting Mexico on the back foot a little bit, making them a little nervous. Switched play, looking for a crash ball on the far side. And he may have dotted it down this time. Yes, he has. That may have been one of the front row forwards. Or the 8-man possibly. Let's see if we can catch a number and get all of these names in our heads.
I'll look for it, thanks. You got some blood in your nose.
And again, as you watch the play, they look for the mismatch there. Took 3 Mexican defenders to take him down. Still wasn't enough. And again, they used their size advantage for them on this chance. Cayman Islands, 5 points the better.
Great work from Cayman, good sequence, good phase work for going into the 22, and dominant, great game.
And there's a big Cameron Sinclair, 18-year-old, really just dotting over the line there.
It just gets harder from now. Boys, kickers, shut up! Shut up!
Having a little issue with the breeze for the kick here. There's a little bit of breeze, nothing super strong, but again we're in this Mona Bowl, which literally has the wind swirling a little bit. Keep an eye on those flags as the course of the day goes along for these guys that are kicking. Yep, they like that one. Cayman take advantage, 7-0 up against defending champions Mexico.
And again, we can see that Cayman used excellent phase play there to really suck in all the Mexican defenders. Mexico probably needs to get low on the tackles, really get the player to ground a bit quicker in order to stop this Cayman attack.
Okay, we've got Mexico deep again, just inside the 22. They managed to collect that one well between the three of them. And it's been all Cayman ball. They've got some space down. Big flank, that's a front row forward, managed to dust off a couple of wingers, taking it across the 50. Scrum half trafficking the boys well. Another front row forward, impact, and securing the ball one more time. There's a lot of Mexicans stacked up on the short side, leaving the defence open.
Backwards!
There's a fair amount of space over on that top side for Cayman. They didn't manage to take advantage of it and it went to ground.
And again, Cayman really just trying to hustle the play a little too much there, trying to rush the play. They are in control, they can take their time. Need to tell the captain, Alec Fox, to slow it down, boys. Let's get it. We are in control. 7 points up.
Time off.
Yeah, interesting there. Mexico managed to get the ball back, but just the raw, brute strength of the Cayman boys managed to shove them back off the ball. So the referee's going to have them take a moment.
Time is off, right? Time is off.
And again, a patient game Mexico is playing. Only 7 points down. Still a whole game to play still.
Wow, interesting. So Emilio Sanchez, the Mexico kicker, really didn't do the best job kicking into the wind a little bit there, but Cayman boys dropped it, it bobbled out, so now Mexico managed to get themselves into the 22 of Cayman.
Step. Cayman.
And again, for everyone in Jamaica right now, you can make your way down to Yui Mona Bowl. Free admission, it's free to get in. Everyone, don't rush everyone to come in all at once, but we're here all day, 4 days here, so find your way down Yui Mona Bowl.
Yes.
Kingston, here you come down here and have a good time. Watch loads of rugby.
That was not straight.
Not straight on that one from Mexico. Hookers sometimes they need a few throws to get themselves formed up.
Line out or scrum?
Find their distance.
Line out again then. You call line out. So line out again.
And again, all athletes excited as this tournament is viewed live on SportsMax. You can see it. You can see it also on the sister station CN and on the SportsMax app. So you'll have a look if you're not in the country or you can't come down. Have a look on the app.
Yeah, make sure you share this with your friends through your social media. You got some international rugby here in the Caribbean.
Sorry.
So this time Cayman getting the throw in.
Yes. Play on.
Looked a little short, but works for the referee.
We play on. Thanks.
Again, courageous by Cayman running out to their 22. No, usually you try to kick and make some territory, but change their tactics here as they keep possession.
Hands away now. You lost.
Really using their front row forwards, Shemuel Scott and Cameron Sinclair, to try and punch holes in this Mexico defence. They have big boys, they're a handful. A pair of them look like 8 men, never mind front row forwards. Good carry into contact, crosses the 40.
Play on. First
Mexico's managed to steal that one. Good fight to get that ball. Working forward, scrum half's trying to dig it out. There it is, they're working in pods. Oh, drop ball, it's gone backwards. Good recovery for Mexico.
Back. Use it now. Play on.
Trying the pod on the other side. That support from Mexico's getting there a little bit late.
First man.
So Cayman will come away with that one.
First man.
And again, the captain, Alex Fox, really marshalling his boys there. At the breakdowns, Cayman excellently, turning the ball over there. And again, the shutter number 2 there, Alex Fox really just pulling the boys in and really getting them going. Yeah,
I've noticed that they're really, both teams working really hard to try and get that steal in.
Numbers.
And it seems to be working for them.
4, guys.
Speaking to Alex Fox yesterday, he really wanted to see his mullet blow in the wind as he scored tries, like we said, on this week of rugby action.
Yeah, there's staying in the hotel in the Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston down there. There's a few of the teams staying in that hotel, and there's some phenomenal haircuts, Kelson, almost as good as yours, but really quite impressive. Mullets all over the place.
You have to be in.
Some good old long shaggy hair too. It's great stuff. I'm going to bring my clippers next year.
And against the try scorer, Sinclair just barreling his way forward there, just using his bigger weight to really muscle and outmuscle these guys, as well as the big number 13 here really causing some problems here for the Mexican defense.
Yeah, they're using their big boys coming from deep and just hitting the shoulder of the fly half and carrying forward to try and break down this smaller Mexican team.
Have a shot, guys.
And again, great decision by Cayman here. Dominate the possession, winning the penalties, and just etch the scorecard over by just keep kicking the 3 points in.
Yeah, good decision there. Smart, mature option.
Yeah, but you were good. But it's after all first. You were good there.
To try and get an extra 3 points and put some separation, some space in between these two teams. Cayman really causing problems for Mexico today.
Number 12.
Mexico hasn't seemed to have lots of possession, and when they do, they seem to spell it away at the end. So we probably a bit of nerve there, trying to get their foot in the door and trying to just get themselves going again.
That's it. I think that's exactly what it is. They're just a little bit nervous. Some of these boys out here, as they haven't had a chance to play a lot, right, over the last couple of years, and now all of a sudden they're on the international stage. And some, are going to be rusty. Mexico, I'm surprised at, because with Mexico, they're coming off the back of their season. They're still playing right now. Whereas Cayman, they look a lot more comfortable and they probably had a lot less practice time. Maybe it's a case of Cayman being a smaller place. They play together more. Mexico's they're pulling from a much larger group around the country. So maybe that is, they just need to get a bit more coordination in the Mexico team and that cohesion.
And again, Cayman used to these conditions, just a stone throw away from Jamaica. So they may be a lot more comfortable, as the Mexican team had lots of detours to get here. So they probably still weary legs, guys still trying to find themselves before the tournament.
Yeah, it's very, very true. If they're in Mexico, they're used to the altitude, but maybe not the heat. Whereas the Cayman boys, this is their environment. This is the temperature that they're used to. Very fair point.
And again, this under-19 tournament is one of the oldest run tournaments around still, and it's a great tool for development for youths, as we can see in the upcoming years, 2 to 3 years, that we're going to see these boys up in their senior ranks playing for the country.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest things for me. I really enjoy watching this tournament and then come back and do the adults tournaments, and you see a few of these guys in every couple of years. It's phenomenal. They do well with it in the Mexico team. There's Franco Guerrero is the captain of the Mexico national team right now. He went through this tournament and was a leader back then and continues in the same vein. So it'll be interesting to see who the next Guerrero is that's coming out of Mexico. And another solid kick for Cayman. They've stretched in their lead now. That takes them a 10-0 up over Mexico.
And again, that would be the tactic for the tournament for Cayman. Dominate the scrums, get the territory, and ping you with the 3 points. And again, with an excellent kicker like that, that's a good strategy to use.
Rapidita, bienvenido a todos los mexicanos que están visitándonos en la página, mirando los partidos de hoy. Ahora mismo México está 10-0 abajo, pero todavía está en la lucha. So we've got Cayman taking the ball once again. Mexico consistently hitting that 22 on the kickoff, just trying to keep them a little bit deeper. But Cayman phenomenally doing well to break this line down and just nudge the Mexico team back using their forwards. They haven't really thrown it out wide too much, and when they do, it's usually in a forward's hands when they're getting close to this line.
And again, indiscipline probably starting to creep in now as they get a bit frustrated. 16 minutes into the game and had very little possession, so they're just creeping a bit offside there.
Cayman fly half was wanting to go quick, but just didn't manage to get started. The Mexico defense looking a little nervy, trying to deal with these bigger boys and not quite finding their feet with it yet.
And again, the Mexico outfit really need to find a way to stop the Cayman march at the moment there. They seem to be just all over them at the moment there. So Mexico really needs to pull it together, get the boys in and really try to stop what the Cayman is trying to do at the moment.
They are seeded number 1 in this tournament, so you know, in theory they should be strong here, but you know, 2019 was a long time ago. The wind, see that wind I mentioned earlier, now completely going in a completely different direction. It'd be an interesting one in the Mona Bowl. Yeah, I'm really liking the look of this Cayman front row. Some of these boys look really good. Scott Fox and Sinclair up there.
Interesting enough, the try scorer Cameron Sinclair has a twin brother playing scrum off at Liam Sinclair, so they got brothers out there on the pitch really representing their family, representing the Sinclair household.
That must be a thing on the Cayman Islands, because the Western brothers are all come through this system too. There was at least 25 of them, and now they've got another group. No, it's exactly, maybe there's 5 or 6.
Hold. Yes.
And the scrum's going down pretty quickly on this side. The tight head prop for Mexico, Santiago Fernandez, really struggling to deal with Shemuel on this near side.
Just calm it down. Just engage and hold. I would suggest, because no driving, we got the ball in, and it's only 1.5 meters anyway, right? Engage and hold, please. We don't want any more recess scrums. I'll have to award a penalty or a free kick for that.
Just a quick word from the referee.
You speak to yours and he speaks to his. Speak to your...
Front row is obviously a danger area, so you've got to have safety as a priority here.
Time is off, guys. Time is off.
You know, the referee just is giving instructions, letting them know that, you know, no pushing, keep it safe, you know, and really, again, we're all about having enjoyment and trying not to get the least amount of injuries as possible.
This is a Mexico put in. If they can hold their feet.
Let's go, yeah.
And Mexico come away with it clean this time. Nice inside ball. Looking for a bit of space. It's hauled down. No yardage gain here.
Vantage.
Can they get their pods working? Drawing some of that Cayman defenders.
Thank you.
Looking to work that top side once again. Change of direction, steps inside, get some yards this time.
Again, Mexico's going to try to do it all while the advantage there. The players are offside there, and the Mexico going to attempt to take it quickly, but they're going to be sensibly booted down the road with the wind pushing right to left.
Yeah, now it's to their advantage, but really, as I'm looking at the flags, and it does change every few minutes, it's causing a few problems. Maybe that will be a trend for the entire week with for the kickers.
Well, surrounded by mountains there, the wind will really be swirling. Problems for fullbacks and wingers alike if they decide to put it up in the air.
That one went out clean.
Seven, guys.
Mexico going for a full line out this time. I'm going to try and create some space out wide, because that's where their strength's going to be. Mexico traditionally very organised team. They like to work it from one side to the other. They will use their forwards, but only to help the backs. This is where most of their tries are going to come from. Throughout this tournament, you've always seen the Mexico team smaller in stature, but very well organised, very disciplined. You don't see them giving away a lot of penalties. Passing quite well is also, and again that wind just throwing that.
You want a line or a scrum?
Throwing chaos into that line out.
You want a scrum?
Yeah, well.
You want a scrum?
As a coach, we try to limit the amount of lineouts on the pitch, as we can see the wind just making a mess of the line out there.
Guys, keep it up. We'll be good.
And again, Cayman gifted back the ball. We're going to look for the big number 13 from Cayman, Ebanks, to really just continue doing what he does this entire game so far.
Silence now, please. Crouch.
The Mexico
Bye.
team really trying to get themselves riled up to compete with this Cayman pack.
Hold.
For the
hold.
Cayman put-in.
Yeah. Yes.
And they really do get a good shove on.
It's available. It's available.
Cayman managed to come away with it though. They're done. They don't want any more of this. They're coming away with it.
I never said time. When did I say time? When did I say time? Nobody asked.
Cayman were pretty sure that the referee had said time. He kicked it out, but the referee claims that he did not do that.
Language too. Nobody asked. Next one we go in.
So game is still on.
Less than a minute.
Ale Miguelito, ale chavales, ale Miguelito, calma.
Yes.
So Mexico get another shot at this. The wind dies down for a second. And they've gone for a short ball.
That was not straight. You want to line out or scrum? Do you want to line out or a scrum? When the ball next go dead. Yeah, when the ball next go dead, that's it. Number 2? Captain? What are you having? Line out.
Coming up to the last bit of the half there, and we can see Cayman Islands with a commanding 10-0 lead as they seem to have most of the possession out here today. Mexico seem at halftime really need to go back in the dressing room and really work out a tactic coming into the second half.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They want to get this half over with. They're happy. 10-0 up. Much better line out from Cayman. And they're looking to get rid of the ball. And the referee will let them go this time. 10-0 up so far for the Cayman Islands. Phenomenal first half from them. Over Mexico. Time to regroup Mexico.
And again, try scored by Sinclair. And conversion and penalty so far by the fly-off Tom Byrne. And again, as we go back to the studio, the score remains 10-0 in favor of the Cayman Islands. We'll be back after the break.
Hey, Ed, what do you think about the first half?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results so far. Some nerves off the kickoff, but the guys are starting to get the composure and working well, and all the training looks like it's paying off. But the job's not done yet. That's only halftime, so we got to go back out with the same intensity second half, because Mexico is going to be coming even harder the second half.
Talk to me about the conditions here today. It's quite hot.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're at half-time currently here in Kingston, Jamaica. This is the Mexico versus Cayman Islands game. Cayman Islands on a bit of a rampage in this first half against Mexico. I think are shell-shocked. 10-0 currently to the Cayman Islands. Cayman really did well in the first half to just sort of charge up the middle of the field, just grinding down this Mexican defense and to pop that ball over on the first try. For the first attempt at a try, it was disallowed, but then they managed to, just a few seconds later, get across the line using that power and strength, and the kicking has been consistent from the Cayman fly half, managing to dot not only the conversion over, but a penalty later on to make it 10-0. How do you feel about these guys so far, Kelson?
Again, as we've seen the highlights, the Ebanks, they're very, very tough guy to get down there. The number 13 for Cayman Islands, as well as great kicking from the fly off there, the Cayman number 10. Really, really showing his merit and really showing his elk at number 10.
Okay, we're going to have a quick interview down there on the sideline over to Brian Kelly.
Hey, Ed, what do you think about the first half?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results so far. Some nerves off the kickoff, but the guys are starting to get the composure and working well, and all the training looks like it's paying off. But the job's not done yet. That's only halftime, so we gotta go back out with the same intensity second half, because Mexico is going to be coming even harder in the second half.
Talk to me about the conditions here today. It's quite hot. Is that a factor?
It's similar temperature in Cayman, so I think most of the boys are used to that. There's a little bit of a wind, so we need to take that into account with the kicking game and stuff. But yeah, just looking forward to the second half.
Yeah, managed to get back to his team now. He's getting them reorganised for this second half. I'm sure he's happy with that one. Thanks very much, Brian, for the interview. We're going to be back in just a few seconds for the second half of this game. Cayman up 10-0 against Mexico right now. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You've got the second half of Cayman Islands against Mexico coming up in just a few seconds. Cayman Islands 10-0 up right now.
Hang on, wait on a second. Not you, him.
Just a few more seconds to get them started. We're on a pretty tight schedule here this week, so the timing is everything to keep this thing organised. And Cayman get us back underway. Mexico, well taken. Goes to the outside. Takes a couple of defenders with him. Mexico now trying to get their legs pumping. Offside, Cayman. Mexico look fired up for this second half. They realise they're down. They've took it too easy this first half. Second half, they've come out firing. They look pumped up.
And again, off the break, that's an excellent start to really get on the front foot and really get a positive moment for the guys to really move to the next step.
Front row forward, stepping in at scrum half with his scrum half in the bottom of that ruck. And they've got a lot of space down here, and they've got the numbers. The little winger looks for the contact. Ball squirted out there on the wrong side.
And again, the quick play by Mexico, they're just catching Cayman off guard, and again they go with a quick tap inside the red zone, and can they convert this to a try?
Yeah, Mexico have got their backs up. They're up for this second half. They've gotten a good talking to from Coach Ruben of the Mexico team.
Backward, play on.
All that worked out for them. They've still got possession. A quick pick from the scrum half, looking to go out wide. Cuts in. Managed to bump a couple off. Support's arriving quickly for him. Have Mexico still got that ball? Yes, they have. Now they're going to work the pods. It's going to be a big battle down the front there.
Back.
As we see a more aggressive Mexico come the second half there, more direct route, and it's working very well for them.
They're right in the middle of the park. They've got options. Mexico's come to the near side. Looks like they're going to try and attack down this near side now with their backs. Fakes one, gets a few yards. They're within the 5-yard line now. Coming this same way.
Use it now.
Looking for the numbers. Got to get moving with it. There's the short ball. And he's managed to break the first tackle. Now they're going to go the other way.
Sorry.
Another pod coming up.
My interference, guys, my interference.
Referee right in the wrong place at the wrong moment. Mexico were very close to the line.
My interference.
And again, nerves there. As you can see, the pumped Mexican outfit there. They're really ready to really put a big shove on, but the 19 rules at the moment can only shove 1.5 meters. So they're going to try to utilize the wingers out wide as best as they can.
So a phenomenal spot to have your scrum. They would have much preferred a try, I'm sure, but right in front of the sticks. Mexico have got to work hard to win this scrum.
Wonderful.
Do they come away? It's collapsed again.
I'm not happy. Let's have it again. Mexico, you only one step. No more driving, right?
And again, safety is priority here, making sure everyone is safe as we see somebody slow to get up. But again, no big shoving here in the 19 version of the game here. Really just again focusing on safety.
Time is off.
Yeah, it's I think you're only allowed a meter or so for a shove at the under 19 level. Not something that I completely agree with, but I'm a little bit old-fashioned as being a front row forward from a million years ago. But here's what it is: that safety is of the paramount importance, obviously.
Well, the scrum is an excellent platform to score in the 22 area, as you have a lot of bodies in one spot, gifting a lot of room out wide for the speedy wingers to get around outside and score the try.
I will. Thanks.
There's a lot of trash talking going on in the front row over there as well. These guys are really fired up for each other, enjoying the battle. The dark arts in the front row, always a lot of fun.
Bind. Set. And hold. Yes.
And it comes out a little cleaner this time. The 8-man picks. He goes to the top side. Support's getting there. recycled quickly, but now they've gone back a yard or two. They're working to the other side. One man on his own. Can he stretch? He attempts the stretch. The ball bobbles. The referee couldn't see it. He's going to ask his assistant ref on the near side, because he might have had a better view of that. But for me, that bobbled. That was a knock forward.
And again, as we see there, just an extra reach there to get over the line. And the referee had that. The toucher had an AR, so had a different view of that there. As we saw the replay there, was a bit short, but we're not the officials out here today.
Yep, no, we can only go with what the referee decides. Mexico come away with a try there.
And again, from the replay, gifted the try. As you see, he lost control of it. But again, we go forward, and the referee whistle is what counts. Mexico 5 points or better with the kick to come. And again, it just makes for a very interesting game now, Garvin.
Scandal here in Jamaica. Mexico coming away with 5 points. They've got a relatively easy kick. The wind's a little blustery, but as long as this kick gets done, that will all stand. There it is. So they're going to be crawling back into this game. 10-7, Cayman are up. But Mexico, maybe deservedly, they've worked hard these first few minutes. They came out of the halftime break really fired up, and they've gotten their 7 points that they were looking for.
I don't believe the Cayman coach Eddie Weston will be too pleased with the situation, what happened there. But they're going to try to do damage controls. We see 3 substitutions coming onto the pitch one time.
Yep, giving the boys a break, some fresh legs, see if we can turn things around here and get the momentum back in the Cayman favour.
3 Mexico. Yeah, 3.
And again, we have a game on our hands at the moment here. 10 points to 7. Cayman with a slender 3-point lead with at least a half of the game to go.
16 is on. Yeah, 16 is on for 3. He just came on. Oh, wonderful. Patrick, good to go? Thanks.
Great control from the referee, Clifton, just making sure everything's correct. And Cayman will get us back underway, kicking to Mexico. Ball's gone back, picked up nicely.
Advantage. I saw, thanks.
The winger, number 11, Mexico winger, has no problem going into contact. Slight build on him.
And again, Cayman slightly losing control of the game at the moment. Lots of penalties being gifted to Mexico.
And this is where Mexico can really make a difference. That ball is out if anyone's going to recognize it.
Get it out, please.
But once Mexico start throwing the ball out wide, that's where they're going to be dangerous. Cayman need to start wrapping that up pretty quickly. They're working their pods right now, but they're always very lively in the back line.
Tough.
Mexico seem to have the advantage now as Cayman needs 2 and 3 players to take down the runners, and so there's always going to be a mismatch there.
Ugly ball to ground there. 3 guys missing it. It ends up inside the Mexico 22. Cayman will get some advantage with that.
Yeah, you did.
And again, if they were Cayman 10, you want to call a play to get the E-Banks involved there. As we look at the replay there, the number 11 for Mexico, the winger just couldn't grab the ball up there with the pressure from the Cayman defender. But now Cayman can strike just outside the red zone.
Scrum.
So scrum right on the 22. This is a Cayman ball.
Language. Oh, guys, I think you guys are loud and a lot of energy, but I'm little. So please lower your voices so I can make a cadence. Right? Thank you. Time off.
And again, as rugby players, you always try to hype yourself and overexcite yourself, and the referee just there telling them to ask for a slow tone down there, Gavin. So as a front row player, did you need those extra noises for hype?
I didn't need the noise. I was one of those quiet guys that tried to sort of take my teeth out and scare people. It's just what worked for me.
Are you continuing? Is he continuing? Time is off. Hang on, have a breather.
This Cayman scrum is a perfect opportunity to get themselves back on the scorecard and really just take control of the game. It could be anyone's game right now, Gav. One score can change, make a difference.
Absolutely, this one's it's a tight one. But really, I think that what's going to make the difference here is who in the next 10 minutes is going to step up. Mexico came back into this early in the second half, and got their tails up. Can they maintain that? Because I think they might need to get across the line again, because they really were kind of first half very quiet, just taking the hits. They got themselves fired up. Can they maintain that and get themselves completely back into this game?
No more restarts, guys.
And again, the referee is really trying to assert his authority on the scrum side. They seem to be a bit scrappy throughout the game here today, and really trying to let them know that
next one's a free kick or penalty.
there's going to be a penalty next. Some sort of redress for post scrums.
So Mexico trying to counteract the size advantage that Cayman have by just being lower and getting underneath them.
Keep it up. Good job.
And it's not doing a bad job for them. So they are getting the shove.
Advantage.
They let them play on, but there's an advantage to Cayman because Mexico didn't stop the push.
Still playing advantage to you, White.
So Cayman maintaining possession here. Looking for the pick and go, but scrum half takes command once again. Dink over like earlier on. Bounces nice for Cayman. He's got a little bit of space. He's going around the corner. He's got it down over there. The far side. Phenomenal work from Cayman to force the ball, and then the little dink over from outside the 22. Great work, Cayman.
Looking good.
Stretching that lead.
And again, tactic they tried in the first half was unsuccessful, but this time for Robert Ayers, he picked it up on the bounce. As we see in the replay, favorable bounce, snapped it up. Mexico couldn't deal with him, and he just drove over the line there. 5 points to Cayman.
Oh, that's what I thought I heard something else.
So that pushes the score up 15-5 in favor of Cayman with the kick to come. And again, Cayman just took charge of that game with that play.
Yeah, no, we were just talking about that, weren't we? Not 3 seconds before that play. Who's going to step up? And Cayman have done it. They got the ball back. Mexico just over enthusiastic in the scrum. Again, not something I particularly like, that you stop the scrum that's actually winning and doing their job. So advantage went to Cayman, and they took advantage immediately. The little chip over is obviously a tactic they're going to use over and over again. They used it in the first half and they just got held up at the line.
Strange approach by the Cayman kicker here. Seems to be almost on the 10-meter line, making his conversion and against the wind. It's going to be a difficult kick by this young man.
No good. Did not make it that time. Not a bad attempt from a fair distance. Went all the way back there, but
about 9 minutes left.
There's a hell of a lot of wind going on out there.
And again, for all of you who just joined us on SportsMax here, the score is 15-7 in favor of Cayman Islands.
10, please, 10.
All those in the Kingston area, you can make your way down to Uimona Bowl. Admission is free, or you can watch on the SportsMax app or on YouTube.
So Sanchez for Mexico getting us back underway. He's going to get his boys driving forward to see if they can collect that ball. Cayman cut short just outside their 22. Looking for a pod on the top side.
Tackle, release now, Green.
And again, at the moment, Mexico is 2 scores down. I think they scored twice in order to steal a victory here today, Garvin. What do you tell the Cayman boys if you're the coach?
At this point, they need to just close the door and don't let these Mexican guys run around the outside. Cayman are stronger in the pack. Mexico's stronger with their backs, and if Mexico find a little bit of space on the outside, they will take advantage of it. So far today, Cayman has managed to close the door.
And that try really just sparked the energy in the Cayman Islands team here now. They should play territorial and just try to boot it down and live in the Mexican half.
Absolutely.
As you watch the replay there, the Cayman boy just swarmed in on the tackler there. Really just winning the penalty there. Support a bit late by Mexico, and Cayman came in the droves.
Numbers 4.
So it's going to be a line out on this near side. Winds picked up again, now going left to right. Kickers must be having an absolute nightmare. They're not going to sleep well tonight.
As you watch the air flag dance in the wind there, it's going to be a super challenge to really keep the ball straight in this line out here.
Time is off. 3 white.
Cayman making another substitution with their front row boys.
Okay, just wait, thanks. In, please. Time is still off. Time is still off. Wait for me, right? Step in, please. Yeah. Time back on.
And again, Gav, it's super hot out here. A very big challenge, you know, for the boys out here. Fitness will be on the test here as we see Cayman again being super aggressive, but met with super power there, I would say, by the Mexican team.
Yeah, phenomenal tackle. But this is where the Mexico team need to really step it up. If they're going to get back in this game, it needs to be now. They need some possession, and they really haven't had much of it. Cayman have controlled this game from a possession perspective. Although it hasn't been pretty from them, they're holding the ball. At the end of the day, if you've got the ball, you can score.
Trying to get the ball. But again, as a coach, you really want to tell Cayman Islands, if you have the lead at the moment, to really keep hold of the pillow.
On this game.
Seven.
It's going to be a super difficult task, Gavin, with the wind that at the moment is picking up here in the UE Mona Bowl here. It's going to be challenging to get a proper line out through in here.
This could be the make or break. Because if they lose this and then Cayman go to the scrum, that's nice. That's a great line out. Good job from Mexico to get that done. There's a drop ball. That's a knock on. And Cayman now in great possession. Great place to be.
As we look at the replay again, the difficult pass there by the scrum half there. Put the number 10 under loads of pressure. Glimpsing the white shirts coming there. He chose safety of the ribs, Gavin.
Yeah, Praga was looking. Praga wanted to look after his ribs for sure.
One step. You want to take to one step. Just one step, right? Let's go. Just for safety's sake. Crouch.
I see Cayman lose the right side of the scrum here, possibly looking for interjection here by the fullback.
Wonderful.
Manages to square out on this near side.
That wasn't their fault. That wasn't their fault. That wasn't their fault.
And again, both teams have issues managing the scrums at the moment. They're probably first game jitters.
Let's go again.
Yeah, just trying to find their feet.
Right there is fine.
But again, Mexico haven't sort of gotten that second wind that they had when they first came out in the second half.
Crouch.
They really need to get fired up.
Fine.
At least get a shove so they can get some advantage and hook this ball.
Keep it up.
But won't count the Mexicans out there. Very resilient team, very well drilled team, and they have the discipline to come back from this if they can withstand this attack.
Good tackle there from Mexico, just inside the 22 now, Cayman. Working with their fly half. There's a pod outside. He's squid that ball. He's lost it. A little kick on, but the knock on first.
No advance to begin, guys. Lost forward.
And again, looking for the big E-Banks there to do what he does best and cash in on a big run, but just couldn't seem to grab the ball in the handle. As you look back there, just took eyes off the ball there, and that was a golden opportunity to just seal the deal for the Cayman team.
Yeah, they've been using him well. Good connection, but just not managed to get the ball in the hand.
Crouch.
And Mexico can come away with this if they can attack, and I would run it out from your own 22 at this stage. Get themselves on the board early.
Let's go, guys. Let's reset it.
The Mexican left winger has having an excellent game so far. Very fearless running by him, and we can look forward to him to really bring it home from 100 meters out.
Time off. Making a change? Yeah. Green 10. 10 green. 10 green. 10 green coming off. Making a change.
And Mexico taking off their fly half.
Yeah.
Quick substitution. Looking to change it up a little bit.
6 white off. 6 white off. 14 white.
Cayman changing their flanker as well.
Yes, you're saying? Oh. About 5 minutes. Wait, 4.5.
And again, the Cayman coach emptying the bench at the moment, probably sensing a bit of a victory in this game here, but But again, Mexico can still do wonders with their possession.
Change the split. Thank you. Time back on. Crouch.
Okay, all the substitutions done. Time was off, so still a few minutes left. If Mexico can make an impact. Again, I imagine they'll be running this from deep because they've got to kick it. They've got to kick it into the wind right now. And they do go for the run. They've somehow come away with the ball. There is space on that top side there. And there's that 11 that you were talking about. He is wrapped up well and bundled out. High tackle though, says the referee. Mexico maintain that ball possession.
10 please, 10 please, 10.
And again, dangerous play there. But again, we said in number 11, really, as we said before, we predicted that will happen. He seemed to be such an elusive run out today. But great catch there.
Yeah, scooped it up well from the big boy.
Tough.
Going in a short size on his own though, he's isolated, there's no support. Could quite easily lose the ball in that scenario.
And again, Mexico moved from the 22 in just into the Cayman half, but picked up by the number 10 here. Can he get all the way? Just scooped up by the legs there.
Fatal error from Mexico there. They really had the advantage going. They've managed to somehow get that ball back.
We seem to have a player down there. Seems to be more exhaustion than actually injury, but we'll wait and see
safety
there.
Safety first, regardless, safety first.
Look back at the play, the big scoop by the number 10 there, and probably just popping down. Seem to see what he's injured with there, but he seems to be okay. And I said the injury may be thirst.
So Mexico taking the ball up. Another high tackle there, so advantage to Mexico. He's going to let them play on. He managed to get to the halfway line. Mexico really need to sling this out wide if they're going to have any success in staying in this game. One more pass to the winger. He manages to scoop it up. Tackled well by Cayman. Covering tackle comes in. And then he gets this advantage. He's going back for the advantage.
Time off. That's the mark. Time is off. We're here. I still have to get the fact that he's up. Okay. Thanks.
High tackle. Says the referee. No punishment though, just a penalty.
Time is on.
Time is on. Mexico taking their sweet time. Finally get underway. Time's not on their side in this game right now. Looking to work out wide. The 12 for Mexico is dangerous. Emilio Sanchez, he's made their main kicker. Scrum half tries to chip it through and it goes straight into the hands of the Cayman forwards. Cayman got the ball back. Does this spell the end for Mexico? Little box kick over, drops into the 22 of Mexico. Fullback gets all the way back. He sees a bit of space up on that top side. Supports with him. Nice step. Good hands from the Mexico back line.
It's available.
And they've got another chance, another bite of the apple possibly.
But listening.
Mexico pod working forward. Out the back door, he steps in. A little bit overzealous, the Cayman flying. This is the space that I was talking about. If Mexico can be decisive here. Ball's gone out and great tackle, Cayman.
Line out, guys. Last play.
That was the opportunity for Mexico to keep themselves in this game, and I feel like they've just thrown it out the window.
Last play. 21. Let's go there. That's it.
This is where Mexico have been dangerous, but they haven't managed to get any of that going in any kind of cohesion today. Cayman have done a phenomenal job of keeping the backs of Mexico at bay.
Full stoppage?
Sorry?
It's a full stoppage?
Yeah.
Yeah, water can go on. Oh, no, he's not. No, is it done?
No.
Sorry, it's all done. No, get off, water off.
How many? No. Step. Two. Step in. Time back on.
So, quick line out. Cayman have kicked it out. This is a massive upset. Cayman have got to be absolutely ecstatic at this result. Big win for Cayman over Mexico, the defending champions in the first game of this Rugby Americas North tournament. Phenomenal work from Cayman. Coach Weston's got to be happy. And in just a few seconds we'll maybe try and get a quick interview with one of the guys from the Cayman Islands. But phenomenal work. Mexico really outdone in the forwards today. The pack was a big struggle, but Mexico 7, Cayman Islands 15. Phenomenal result for Cayman. Congratulations to that team. This is a big day for them. They're happy. Let's have a quick look at some of this game today. Again, Cayman have been phenomenal throughout, using their pack. A lot of loose ball throughout, just the wind causing problems for the kickers, but this little kick wasn't bad at all, but couldn't manage to get the ball down on the ground for that attempt. But just a few seconds later, they went the short side, and the big boys just bashed it over. Managed to dot that one down, no problem, and that was the shocker for me. I think Mexico were a little bit stunned too, but the kicking from the Cayman fly half was solid. He got the conversion to take it to 7-0. There was a lot of good work from the Cayman forwards. Mexico didn't really know how to handle it, so they got a penalty which took it to 10-0. And at that stage, really, Mexico were looking at each other, and it's like they hadn't got off the bus or got off the plane. They were a little shell-shocked. Come out the second half, though, a different team. They managed to get this score, and the referee may have been correct there. There's a lot of people really worried that wasn't a try, but Mexico got themselves back into the game early, but just really couldn't get that second win pumping for the whole second half. And then Cayman did this to them, dotting over on that top side, and really Mexico could see the game fading away at that point. And this was the end of it. Cayman jubilant, massive win for them. Really was a big game. So Mexico come away with that for Cayman come away from that game with the first win of the tournament over the defending champions Mexico. So we're going to go down to the sideline, see if we can get an interview with one of the coaches.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Hi, we're here with the successful captain successful coach, Eddie Weston. How was this victory do for your boys right now?
The guys are really happy. I mean, this is the first game of the tournament, so there's a long road ahead, but very proud of the heart that the boys play with, and to come away with a victory against such a good side like Mexico is really good to see as a coach. And most of our guys, it's their international debut, so they really stepped up to the level that we needed them to. And there are definitely things to work on for the next game, but it's a good start.
Again, what are your chances, you believe, coming into this tournament after this first victory here?
I mean, coming in, I always believe that we can be competitive with any team here. So everybody's had 2 years off. It's hard to tell what the team that actually show up are going to be like, and we just know that everybody's going to bring what they got. So I'm confident in our boys' ability, and we look forward to the rest of the tournament.
Okay, thanks. Successful coach for the Cayman Islands team, and Kelson Figueroa here taking you back to the commentary booth.
Thanks.